How often do you hear things like, I can't do what I love because my significant other doesn't support my dreams, or I would have healthier relationships if my parents hadn't screwed up my childhood, or my business isn't doing well because my clients just don't see the value I bring to the table? Today's video is about one of the most common ways we get in our own way of being who we're meant to be and becoming the best version of ourselves. Continue watching to learn about how to stop blaming others and take personal responsibility. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Mike and I'm a Kung Fu and Tai Chi teacher based out of Boulder, Colorado. On this channel, I share inspiration and strategies each week around topics such as personal growth, self-care, and mindfulness to help you live a more masterful life that is both intentional and fulfilling. So if you're new here, please consider subscribing. Today's video is about taking personal responsibility for our lives and how to stop blaming others. Blame often comes as a result of conditional self-worth. For example, I believe in myself if and only if these conditions are met. The specific conditions vary from person to person. For some, it may be about how many likes a post of theirs gets on Instagram. For someone else, it may be about what kind of car they drive or how much their house is worth. It's so common for us to want to blame outside of ourselves for what we don't have or why our lives aren't going as well as we would like. We blame the government, the economy, society, other people. We're essentially saying it's not my fault, I'm going to blame you for me being upset. When we do this, we're really seeing ourselves as being in a completely powerless position. We feel stuck as if we have nowhere to go or options available to us. As a result, we are going to feel disempowered because we believe that forces outside of ourselves are making us feel a certain way. When we put the responsibility for our feelings onto someone else, we are essentially giving away our own power. This applies equally to both bad and good feelings. If we must rely on someone else to make us feel good about ourselves, we are likewise disempowered. But the truth is, nobody can have that power over us. Ultimately, only we have the power to control or influence the factors and decisions that shape our lives. But there will always be people who complain and find excuses for what's wrong in their lives. They may blame their spouse, their boss, the government for why they aren't happy or why they aren't where they should be. They see themselves as victims to the situations that life throws at them. They subscribe to the woe is me mentality and feel that life is happening to them. On the other hand, there are those who actually look for learning opportunities in challenging situations. Instead of being stuck, they go into problem-solving mode. They ask themselves, what can I do to make things better? How am I able to grow through this adversity? We're not meant to be victims to our lives, just hoping or wishing for people or events to come along and change things for us. We can see what hoping does for most people. Most people don't have what they want. Our lives can only change when we do, when we take complete responsibility for it. I'm not able to change anyone but myself. But if I can change my mindset and my inner experience, I can change everything that goes on out in the real world. And if you really think about it, it's actually quite liberating when we hold ourselves completely accountable for everything. Because if we don't like something, we can change it. If you truly believe your partner, your boss, or the government actually controls your life, you've already lost. Of course you're going to feel stuck and helpless. You're going to feel like you're living out other people's wants, needs, desires, and agendas. And that will without a doubt eventually lead to regret. But when you hold yourself 100% accountable and fully own your choices, your decisions, your life, that's when you're going to feel the most happy and empowered. So here are a few practical tips for shifting from a disempowered mindset to a more empowered one. Because when you stop complaining and stop making excuses and realize that nobody else is in control of your wins and losses but you, you're going to be able to access a greater level of joy and success than you ever thought was possible. As a result, you'll develop more self-trust because you'll have the confidence knowing that you're able to learn and adapt to change and that you have the capacity to face obstacles in your life and be able to move through them. The first thing to do is notice when you're in a victim story. Don't judge it, just try to notice it with love and compassion. It's often reflected in our speech or self-talk as I can't, or I wish, or I need to, or I have to. These come from an energetic sense of lack or feeling small. Try instead to reframe your communication inner dialogue as I can, I will, or I choose to, or I choose not to. Feel the difference between I have to eat my vegetables versus I choose to eat my vegetables. The latter feels like it's coming from a place of power and conscious choice. When we do this, we're essentially making the unconscious conscious. We're developing awareness around why are we doing what we do? Why are we choosing to do what we do? We shift from feeling like we're a victim to feeling empowered. My second tip is to feel into where you may be giving your power away. For some people, this exercise may be difficult at first because we get used to playing the role of the victim. Just try meditating on it or journaling about it. Try to take an honest look at where you may be consistently feeling stuck or out of control in your life. It may be helpful to think about specific people or situations that either make you feel uncomfortable or drain your energy. You may notice certain sensations in your body when you're around these people or in these situations. This often indicates where you might want to take a closer look. Big picture-wise, when we believe other people are in control, it's easy to feel sad and helpless. In fact, psychologists have found a strong correlation between depression and learned helplessness. By challenging our victim stories, we learn to become better problem solvers and overcome the self-limiting beliefs that hold us stuck. Taking responsibility and holding ourselves accountable for our lives is liberating because it dissolves our ability to complain or blame others for what's not going right. It allows us to shift from victim to feeling fully empowered to change everything in our lives right now. Hey, thanks for watching this video. Question of the day: where would you like to start being more accountable in your life? Let me know in the comments below. And please like and share this video if you found it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn notifications on if you like to receive inspiration and strategies each week just like this. Have a great day. See you in the next video.